What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This morning I was ready for my coffee and the water dispenser decided not to work. So let me show you what it's doing. When I press G for the hot water, it's not coming out. Now let's switch to the cold water and it's not coming out also. So I wonder what could be wrong with it and if I'm gonna be able to figure it out. If you wanna see it, come along with me, follow me on this adventure. Let me put it apart and see what can I find. Okay guys, I got it apart and the first thing I noticed when I opened it is that it obviously has or had a Roach problem. So that could be very problematic. So I want to see where the main board is for this water cooler and see what kind of damage I can find in the main controller. Alright guys, I got it out. I don't know if you can tell, but it is obvious that Roach has been here. So let me take it out of this case and take a look at the back and see how bad it is. Okay guys, I got it out. I didn't show you in the video, but there was even one alive inside. So that's how bad it is. So let me take this one out. I already had this one out. I decided to play games. So let's take a look at the back and see what it looks like. It doesn't seem pretty bad actually. I was expecting more damage on the back, but this looking pretty good actually. Let's see, I want to give it a good clean with isopropyl alcohol and I will go from there. Alright, so before I touch anything, I do see a big capacitor, 450 volts, and I want to make sure there's no voltage left in there. So there's a negative on this side and the positive, and we have no voltage. So before you work on any board, make sure there's no voltage left. I do see a couple more on this side. These are, let's see, 25 volts. There's no danger, so I can proceed with the cleaning. This is isopropyl alcohol, 91%, and I want to give it a good brush. If you throw your toothbrushes when they're bad, you can give it a second life and use it for cleaning boards like this. Just want to give it a good brush. Some more alcohol. This is all the residues from roaches, which can short terminals, can cause bad connections, all kinds of problems. So what you want to make sure there's nothing left in there. New brushing. Brush. brushing. That's pretty good. And on this side, I want to give it a brush also, because it's really bad. I don't know if you can see it. It is really bad. So yeah, roaches can cause a lot of problems on your devices. They can mess everything up. Like in this case, this water dispenser. Have a bridge rectifier here. Yes, because I have another, there is another control board on the water dispenser, but that's for the LEDs that shows the status of cooling and heating and all of that good stuff. I want to check on that board also and make sure there's no damage in there. Give it a good brush. Now I do see some residues inside the transformer. Oh my god. They really invaded this board. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fix it, but I don't want to use this water cooler anymore because it's got so bad with roaches. I'm gonna fix it for these video purposes, but I don't know, I'm gonna give it to someone else, or sadly it will end up in the trash because it's got roaches so bad that I don't want to deal with that. I don't feel right drinking that water. So let's see. What is the next step? The next thing I want to do is check for bad solder joints. And I need a more cleaning on this side. Let's see if there are any bad solder joints. Let's take a good look. I cannot spot any bad joints so far. Let's see. I do need a microscope, guys. I do have to get one in the future. I see something on this side. I don't know if that's gonna be a broken trace or a couple of them. Let me do a continuity test on these traces. Let's see, this is one. And it goes all the way to here. Is that the right one? So it is the outer most one. Okay, we get a beep. But I do not get a beep. Alright, here we go. That trace is good. So the other one is this one. It's the second, and it goes right here on this pin. Let's see. And we have continuity, so it is good. Those traces are good. Let's see if I can spot something else. Let's see, guys. Right, I do not see any coil joints so far. At least that shows up a very bad one. I cannot spot it. I'm assuming that it is good. Maybe I'll be retouching them in the future when I figure out the problem, but right now I cannot spot any bad ones. Let's see. Next thing I want to do is check some components. Make sure there's no short anywhere in the board. So that's the meter in continuity, and I'm gonna assume this capacitor is good. I'm gonna check it anyways. And looks like it is not shorted to ground. It's not shorted. So we have a diode here. Let's see. Let's put it meter in diode mode and see. We got nothing. And it's measuring okay. Got another one. All right, good. And good. Let's see. Let's see what else. We have a couple more capacitors. Let's see. This is one. Let's put the meter in continuity. And this is one. And the other one is this. And they're not short to ground. So what else can I check? The bridge rectifier. So We're gonna make sure there's no short between positive and negative. No, and between the AC inputs. And we have no short. That's really good so far. Let's see these two big diodes. Let's see. No short, no short. But now let's measure in diode mode. Nothing. Nothing. Switch the probes. And here we go. 700, that's okay. And this one, 700 millivolts, that's okay. So let's see what else can I check. Let's see these two small capacitors on the side of the board. Let's see this one and this one. That one seems okay, and they both seem okay. This guy, I wonder if it is a MOSFET or a high frequency diode. I gotta check on this guy too. And this one looks like I was gonna say a regulator, but it's not. It looks like a MOSFET because it's labeled as Q. So that might be, it's most likely to be a MOSFET. So that's everything I can check. Any other than resistors, no, they don't look burned or damaged. So that's pretty much everything I can check for now without powering the board. So let me get the other board out and see if I can find something wrong with it. So this is the other board. It has another microcontroller. These sensors, I think, like the here we have some labels. We have heat, cool, pump. We got like two float sensors that checks the water level in the heater tank and the cooler. We have 5 volts. I think that's for powering this board. What else we have? We have a door switch sensor. I don't know. This one, what's for? Oh, I think that's the power switches. Right here we have a positive sign and negative, or I think that's another sensor. And this might be for, I think, red and hot. This might be for the buttons that we have on the dispenser switch, if I can call it like that. These two, I think they are the buttons. So let's see if I can find a problem with this board. So again, I'm looking for bad solder joints. That's the first thing I like to check. Let's see, I cannot spot any bad joints so far. Nope. So I'm gonna assume that this board is good. I do see a couple of 0 ohm resistors. Those are, they act as fuses, or sometimes bridges. So let's see. I don't think any of them are bad, but let's check it anyways. Let me take this cable out of the way. Let's see. Metering continuity. Check this one. So these bars sometimes they can throw you off because they have a coating, and you really have to scratch, or here we go, to scratch to make it past that coating they have. So that's one. Let's check the other one. Again, scratch it. And that one's good also. We have another one here. Yeah, scratch it a little bit. Oh, please. That one's good. We have a couple more. They don't look burned, so I'm gonna assume that they're good. Let's see this capacitor, make sure it's not shorted. It doesn't look like it's shorted. honestly, I don't think any of them are shorted to ground or shorted itself whatever is supposed to go. No, no, so I'm gonna assume that this board is good. Make sure there are no breaches due to the Roach's residues. Make sure nothing is shorted, especially the controller here. So I'm gonna assume that this board is good. So the next thing I want to do, I know I told you guys that I couldn't see any bad solder joints, but there are some of them that can take a reflow that I can retouch, so that way I make sure there's nothing throwing me off. For example, this one right here is a resistor and it doesn't look good to me. Here we go. Use a bit more flux. I know this is not the right soldering item for this. That's the one I have right now. Alright, this one's done. And now they look more like it. So let's continue on. I do want to retouch the bridge rectifier just in case. Just like this. Right, looks good. Next pin. Let me know, you guys, in the comments if you want to see more of these content, like repairs, anything more than just Arduino tutorials. Let me know what you think. This is the smoothing capacitor for that comes after the bridge rectifier. Is very important for this board to work. Alright, there is a MOSFET. Want to make sure it's making good contact. Right, then the middle leg. hope I can figure out the problem with this water cooler, because it was working when I got it here, and when I woke up this morning, well, it didn't want to work. So it's kind of intermittent fault. So that's why I want to make sure all the critical components are making good contact, because a bad solder joint really can throw you off. And you may not even see it. So hopefully I can fix it. Hopefully there's nothing serious with this. Alright, what else we have? These two capacitors. Yeah, it is a good practice to retouch the solder joints once you see that could be a little bit better. Trust me, there's a lot of devices you can fix just by retouching the solder joints. I have fixed many power supplies on TVs that it was just bad solder joints. So don't underestimate this step right here. Every solder that you see is a little bit it's a little bit bad, it's looking funny. Retouch it. Trust me, you're gonna thank yourself that you did that, because you don't want to be troubleshooting an intermittent fault, changing out sensors and buying parts you don't need when it was really a bad joint. So that's gonna save you a lot of headaches. All right. That was good. Switch to the next one. And I have another device or another appliance. It's a microwave that is not heating, and when I turn it on and I wanna hit something, it makes a buzzing sound like a motor when or a compressor when the capacitor is bad, that makes a buzzing sound like that kind of sound. And I want to think that's the capacitor for the magnetron that is bad. So that is a clue, but again, I have to check it. Hopefully, that's what's wrong, and I'll be able to fix it. I'm gonna make a video on that too. Let me know if you want to see it, and make sure you don't miss it. So if you like this channel, please consider subscribing, give me a thumbs up, and let me know what you think in the comments. Right, we got a few more that I want to retouch. Okay. I don't want to bother you or bore you going through every single solder joint on this board, so I'm gonna finish, and when I'm done, I'll be back and see what the next step is gonna be. So after digging a little bit more, I found out that the cold water reservoir was frozen. It is a stone cold block of ice. So that's why water is not coming out. Now, that could indicate a problem with the sensor that tells the board that it has reached the desired temperature, and therefore the compressor can be turned off. So that could indicate a problem with the thermostat, or a problem with the board. Maybe a resistance has lost its value or something like that. So I'm gonna measure right now that the reservoir is frozen and see what's the resistance that the thermostat is sending to the board. So I'm just gonna wait for the thermostat to arrive for the temperature sensor to replace it, and that'll be it for this water dispenser. I hope you learned something new. I hope you like this content. Let me know what you think, and see you on the next one. I have a microwave that I want to show you how to fix, or at least how to troubleshoot it. Thank you, and see you.